What I have my hands on is the Odin 2 base model with 8 gigabytes of RAM. You'll find this device is more than capable of playing just about anything. It's actually more limited by the emulators themselves and things like Yuzu than by the hardware that we have on board, and I found during my testing that it can do just about anything. It's powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8th Gen 2 CPU. It's got Android 13 and 8,000 milliamp battery, Hall sensored sticks, and a 1080 6-inch screen. Now it does come with active cooling, so that way if you're playing something extremely demanding, you can turn on the fans and get some more cooling across the entire system, but I found that you don't need it. It can certainly handle any lower end emulation such as Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, GameCube, all of that flawlessly. And it's amazing saying that things like GameCube is lower end emulation, but it's true, this thing can just handle anything you throw at it. This thing can handle the PSP very well, doing 2x scaling by default, and it has no issues. I'm playing a little Loco Roco because it's one of my favorite games, but I've seen people playing God of War without issue, so it can definitely handle the PSP. This can play any Nintendo Switch game that Yuzu can handle with ease. You don't need to worry about, do you have enough RAM, or is it powerful enough? It can handle everything, including Tears of the Kingdom. I think the limitations right now are Switch on Android, not the device itself. So the downside though is there are some limitations because it's still an emerging technology. This Yuzu on this Android. So if you want something that plays the Switch flawlessly, you should just buy a Switch. A game that my daughter's got me into is called Genshin Impact, and I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of that game. In it, it's like a Legend of Zelda free roaming kind of game with a pretty engrossing storyline. The downside is you have to pull your characters in a gacha mechanic, but in it you can play this game just fine as long as you follow these steps and do on-screen key mapping. You have to add button presses to the screen using the built-in software, which is really handy to do, and it's pretty easy. This can certainly handle any other Android game. For example, I played Minecraft Bedrock Edition and also Dead Cells, and those ran flawlessly. I ran Bedrock at its default settings and had no issues playing on my home server, and then for Dead Cells I was running it with the enhanced graphics mode because that makes the text sharper, and that had no effect on the gameplay at all. I was able to run through multiple deaths without a hiccup. Now, can I recommend this device at the cost of $300 for the base model? Absolutely. And if there's anything that you would like me to showcase next time, just let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty new to this, so I just kind of winged it as far as showing off random games that I was already playing. But if you have requests, just let me know. I didn't do any 3DS because I have a 3DS and I didn't think of it until now. So I can always showcase that later too. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time.